Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
We are live. What is this? Episode 4? Look at us. Look at us.
2?
It's
I put
number
2.
2 in the corner, though.
I put 2. I don't know what it was. I guessed. I thought it was 2.
Yeah. Whatever.
You were 2 off. So we'll get there.
Well, we all know like none of us have any there's like 5 brain cells between the 5 of us, and
Fair.
you and I are probably missing the majority of the rest of them.
Yeah, honestly, this is your guys' fault.
I don't know. It's another week. I'm happy to be here.
It's all.
Nah,
What is happening?
Yo,
We're just
6 people on the podcast.
We're just acting like it's not there. We're just not like it's not
Okay.
there. It's not there. It's not
Right on,
there.
right
I
yeah,
don't
dude.
want to
He's
deal
talking
with
to
it.
homeless people.
Yeah, that dude
More
does look
homeless
pretty
people.
homeless. Yeah, I don't know. I typically don't go smoke a J on the beach with random people. That don't sound like my kind of gig.
He's
Yeah, I
putting
don't
his
know.
butthole on the camera.
I think Sam's the random person in this scenario, though.
Yeah.
He's the random
Yo,
homeless man.
bro, do you want to go on a podcast?
I'm an escapist now. I'm living out the dream.
Dude, I hope you get fucking raped and murdered on that beach.
Oh, Jesus.
At least it'd be a nice setting.
by some buxom black man. Just fucking rails you to death.
Buxom.
Or cue
Hey,
the,
bitch.
we need the Mel Gibson. I hope you get raped by a pack.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
probably gonna
God.
annoy somebody, talk about Jimmy Buffett, and they're just gonna like stab him.
Yeah, well, he's shaking it. What the hell is he doing? Is he? Oh, is he
doing
about to?
crack?
Is he literally about to light up a J?
I hope it's weed and not just he's not just doing meth now. Like he's transcending.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. That would-
surprised. You have to keep
I-
upping the ante here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I mean,
PCP.
if you- oh, he likes to get wet.
God, you love that computer.
My PCP lighter isn't working.
That computer mic right there. It's fucking beautiful. I guess it's better than mine from earlier.
So what the hell does PCP even do? And what the hell does PCP stand for? Sam.
It makes you talk to God.
It makes you talk to God. Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a bunch of guys when they talk about religion use like magic mushrooms is like their experience to meet God, and I'm like, I don't know that I believe that we should base all of our religions off of the fact that some people took some mushrooms. You were digging in a cave one day and all of a sudden you discovered religion. Not saying that's
No.
all that it is, but
Last time I took mushrooms, I fucking
Sounds like something a square would say.
call me a square then.
last time I did, I looked at
You're a
the mirror
square.
and it looked like I was in a Godzilla movie. It
Yeah.
looked like I was dubbing myself. Like I would speak, and then the way I was perceiving my reality, I wasn't speaking in the mirror. So I'd be like, "This is wild," and there'd be nothing, and then be like, "I'm like, whoa, what was that?
What just happened there? What just happened there? You're the Leonardo DiCaprio meme when he's on the couch. Oh.
I don't know why that just reminded me of the picture of Brad Pitt when he's about to throw his phone. That's like one of the
Yeah.
best expressions ever. It's fucking.
Yeah, dude. I don't. The 3 times that I've done mushrooms, it's been once in a forest, and I thought the forest was eating me, and I went on I was sprinting around trying to get away from all these vines that are trying to attack me, and I actually didn't move the entire time.
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then the second time, that painting of the clock that like melts, and it's like
Yeah.
on a
Salvador,
it's like that really
Salvador Dali's famous.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one. So that's how it looked. Like I was at somebody's house and it just looked like all that they had paint, like some really cool paintings on the wall, and they were like fucking melting and like going sideways. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is wild. And I think I went to sleep because I was like, I can't deal right now. This is too much.
Yeah, I have like a bit of why I won't do acid, but what people who don't take hallucinogenics don't understand. It's like you go through like ins and outs of understanding like you're on drugs. Like
Yeah.
you realize you're on it, and then like you forget you're on it, and like you realize you're like, and you like it's like a weird cycle, and people think like, oh, you just know. I'm like, no, you don't just know. It depends on how much you take, and
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Well, a lot of the times it's like, oh, I'm not high. And then you're like, why did I just do that? Holy fuck, I'm high. Like you're
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm fucking, I don't know, eating my hat right now. Like I'm fucking high. Like what the fuck just happened?
I wish I still had the video. My stepdad had a 3-pound Yorkie. It just passed away a couple months ago. He doesn't like to let anybody know that he smokes weed, and he's a huge stoner. And he had a pot brownie, and his fucking 3-pound Yorkie ate a quarter of the brownie.
Is that why he died?
But I started watching that dog fucking tripped out on brownies. Like I remember watching the video, it would just be standing there. The dog would go to fall over and he'd catch himself and he'd do it again. And he would just keep kind of doing that over the course of minutes, just super slowly. And then he just stayed in bed for the entire
honestly,
days.
That's the best representation of how it feels being high because my dog, we came home one time and she had eaten my pot gummies and she was fucking high as shit. She was high as fuck. She's a 60-pound, 50-pound German Shepherd, somewhere in between there. And she had, quite a bit. It was a brand new unopened pack. I was pissed, but thankfully I got those for free. So I wasn't that mad. And it was hilarious watching her, but they'll sit there and they'll be sitting and then they just start leaning. And it's that's how it feels. It's you feel fine. You feel fine. You feel fine. And now the world's sideways. And you don't understand why.
And they can't even possibly process what the fuck is going on.
They have no.
So they're just I'm just gonna, I guess, stand here and not move.
She was high for almost 24 hours, dude. It was wild. That was so funny. And I was drunk for the first 2 hours of it because we went out and got drunk. And when I got back, she had gotten into my fucking weed. And I was like, you motherfucker.
The worst thing in the world is when you're hammered and you have to take care of something and you just do not have the capacities to do it. You're just
but at least the good thing is it's just weed and they're not gonna get hurt from it. You can't. They would have to eat so much weed to die. A dog would have to eat pounds of weed to fucking die. Yeah, I always think about that. It's kind of wild how we only really took dogs and cats and made them a thing.
Yeah, why not anything else? Was it just because they were more easily compatible at that time frame, or what?
We couldn't break another animal spirit to be cool with us. We couldn't just do that to a bears. That would be sick. Ride bears in the battle.
Jaguar. Nope. I want a fucking jaguar, dude. So Jaguar bad. That'd be cool. Dope.
Jaguar would be
okay.
Sick.
So I don't even want to know what the fuck's going on that camera.
I don't know. I can't see.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna do that until he gets better service.
Well, why couldn't we domesticate something else? But okay, so think about a pug. How the fuck does a pug happen?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't super understand. I mean,
they're
I kind of
Chinese royalty.
Yeah, the Chinese did it. Next question.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
I think
I thought that was orange chicken.
That too. Both things could be true. They could do both things. I know Russians wanted to domesticate. These Russian scientists wanted to domesticate foxes. So what they did was they just took foxes and bred them, and anytime a fox showed aggression towards a human being, they just killed the foxes, and they just kept doing that until they pretty much bred a fox that had super floppy ears and was super kind to people. It was just super domesticated, kind of, but it took 25, 50 years of it, and they also killed countless foxes. Get it. The whole point was we're gonna eliminate any aggression in the bloodline. And once
it's
you do
for
that,
the greater good.
Yeah, that's what they were doing, and they're just seeing if they could do it. So they did it. They did do it, but it's not worth the the rub, I guess, to kill countless foxes in a 50-year time span to get it done. But insane. I'm just it'd be cool to have a bunch of bears domesticated and shit, just walking around this is bimbo.
You know what this reminds me of? You guys ever watch that video? This guy goes up to the dumpster and a bear is picking through the dumpster, and the guy just says, "Hey, buddy," and then the bear fucking dips out of there.
Just freaks out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
dude, go ahead.
No. It's just the bear. He startles the shit out of the bear, and the bear fucking. It is insane how fast a fucking bear moves. It's not even he yelled at it. He just scared the living shit out of it.
Nah, dude, bear is fucking horrifying.
My 5'5", 110-pound Mexican girlfriend thinks she can outrun a bear, and I'm like, what? What do you mean? What? That doesn't make sense. She's like, if I needed to, I could, and I was like, no, you can't.
Here, real question though, why not just run around the tree the whole time like a cartoon?
Yeah, because you have we should have the better capability of turning, right?
Not just that, just I know he doesn't know I'm going to keep running around in a circle, and I do. He's not a person. He's not gonna be I know this trick. I'm gonna stop short and just go the other way. He's gonna
don't you think a rabbit did that though to him, at least once in his life?
Sam's running on the beach.
No, I I hope he breaks his fucking foot just in a fucking sand ditch. No, probably, but I don't think they're smart enough to understand. But rabbits, but they're not consciously like running in a circle. They're just running. They're just running at a fear.
I mean, I get that.
I think I could outsmart a bear, right? I'm not fighting Yogi because he's smarter than an average bear.
Every bear is smarter than you, Adam.
Shut up, Sam, you fucking bitch. You're on a beach.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
I'm still mildly scarred by I was cutting my grass and then I fucking lobbed the head off a rabbit, and watching its corpse bounce around was pretty brutal.
That's just I feel I cooked a frog to death one time.
No, I was there's a little hole in my yard, and the rabbits would occasionally stick their heads up, and I didn't even realize it until I literally turned around and saw it flailing.
I would have
everywhere.
felt so bad.
I did.
Yeah, because it's a rabbit. If
bad.
it was an animal that was like a piece of shit, like I don't know, like a cat,
No, well, I did see a cat like a couple weeks ago. I think somebody hit it on the road, and it was literally just like full on seizing, and then would fly into the air and come back to the ground. It was kind of freaky.
I got actually fun story for the podcast. I told us on Cult of Us a little bit, but there's a follow up to the initial story, and I'll give you guys the initial story. So my dog Pinto, who's an angel faced baby boy, and he's a cute, we all know cute Jack Russell mix, and he's 18 pounds. He's a fucking angel, and I'm gay, and also, and I'm also gay,
and he's an angel.
Yeah, I'm also gay. And there's this like indoor outdoor cat who lives next door to me, and he kind of came after him like twice, like Pinto, my dog, right? And I was like, all right, listen, I can't have this cat just kind of punking my dog. 'Cause my dog's a pussy, because I baby him. So I went to the owner, and I was like, hey man, listen. I was like, I understand having an indoor outdoor cat, but like, here's the deal. Like, your outdoor cat is like actively trying to fuck up my dog, and he will. Because my dog's a pussy and your cat's like a cat and he's kind of big. So I was like, I can't have that. I go, here's the deal, dude. I love animals, but I told him this. I swear I said this to his face. I said, if your cat attacks my dog again, I said, I'll lay your cat's skull down your doorstep like Predator. So don't fucking, so get your shit together. And he was like, got it. So there was no instances since then, right? 2 days ago, I go to my mailbox and we have like a communal mailbox, with like 6 or 7 things. And on the side of the mailbox is like missing cat, and it's that guy's cat. And I was like, oh, he's definitely thought I killed his cat for sure. This guy thinks I killed his cat. He doesn't think I killed his cat, right? Because I threatened to kill his cat. And then that was months ago, but now it's missing. And I'm like, he's gonna be like, this guy killed my cat for sure. But it's probably like a fox or something.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I would just go up to him and be like, hey, dude, I just want to let you know, I definitely killed your fucking cat.
No, I know what you do. Look, know what you do.
He's dead.
Actually, let's go up to him and be like, hey, man, I want to let you know that your cat didn't suffer in the end.
It was quick. You can take down the signs.
Your cat. I just want to let you know your cat tasted very good.
Yeah, him and some white rice. Just let you know, he didn't go to waste.
Dude, speaking of cats and dogs and white rice, Okinawa, Japan, baby. Pretty sure that's all Typo and I ate while we were there, dude. No fucking joke. Dude, it was bomb. Yakitori on fucking in Kintown. That shit's where it's at. But no joke. Like, you'd see cats and dogs, like little cats, well, big cats and like little dogs running around the streets there all over. And, for Kintown was like a armpit of Okinawa. Like, everywhere else is really nice. Everything's clean. Everything's like, but I don't know what Kintown was where we were. It was right where we were stationed at. So the town right outside of Camp Hansen in Okinawa. And that place wasn't as clean as everywhere else. Still cleaner than, 90% of cities in the United States. But it had a lot of cats. And we were pretty sure, because sometimes during the year, the thinning of the herd happened. And we were like, oh, this is where they get their meat, what that they sell to us when we're drunk as fuck at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting some teriyaki chicken on the street. Like,
they're like, nuke my grandfather, huh? All right. Eat cat, faggot.
And I was like, bet, dude, I'm eating this cat. And we'd say it to him. We'd be like, cat. They're like, yakitori. You're like, cat. How long?
Yakitori means cat in Japanese.
No. Shut the fuck up.
It might. I don't know anything.
You don't fucking speak Japanese, Kyle.
No, I don't. That was Adam.
Yeah, I said I don't know.
Wait, someone else said shut the fuck up. I don't know who it was. I didn't even think it was Kyle, but I thought it'd be funnier to say Kyle.
Hey,
No
hey,
one
shut the
said-
fuck up.
Yeah,
one
turn
said
off
it.
your fucking karaoke over there.
It's not karaoke. It's just regular
We're gonna
music.
get pulled from YouTube for fucking copyright infringement.
Yeah.
We're gonna get DMCA'd, idiot. Shut up.
He's been moving. He's been
Sorry.
moving the entire time. So
But yeah,
like,
dude.
if this was Sam's idea, isn't he supposed to be throwing out ideas and stuff? He's been walking around with his phone and trying to figure it out the entire time. I
Yeah.
kind of admire it.
I figured it out, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I had my setup figured out. It wasn't. Oh, sorry. Copyright.
Yeah, I don't like how he's walking around. Like he thinks he's like Johnny Cage, like with his shirt open, like this fucking dude. You're fucking Johnny Lee.
Jimmy
Shut up.
Buffett.
I don't know who Johnny Cage or Johnny Lee is, but I bet I'm cooler than both of them combined.
Okay, well that's insane to not know who Johnny Cage is. What are we
Well, you're
talking
not
about
cool at
here?
all.
You're not cool.
You're
yeah.
old, Adam.
Okay, well yeah, it's true, but you still know who Johnny Cage is. Mortal Kombat just came out again.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that going to be good? Have you watched it?
I did. Know what else dropped today? Speaking of stuff that
Yeah.
the new Rick and Morty trailer with the new voices.
Did it? I haven't seen it.
You want to watch it?
Sure.
Want to hear? Want to
Can we
hear the
watch that?
voices?
Can we do that?
Let's do it. We can do whatever we want.
Got rid of Justin
Especially-
Roiland because of even though all of his charges were dropped.
Yeah,
I don't think
so-
he
hold-
did it,
hold on.
and even if he did, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, here's why.
Those women deserved it.
No, that's true. But no, that's not what I'm saying. Did you guys know that there was like a whole like he was being like pedo shit? He was doing like pedo shit behind the scenes. Not behind the scenes. Like he was like DMing.
No,
like,
for real, that guy sucks. Actually,
yeah,
That
no,
was-
he was like DMing like 16-year-old girls.
Yeah.
And they were like, I'm 16. He's like, yeah, I know. And I'm like,
Well, what's wrong with that, Adam?
no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
like,
You're right.
that's the whole
Guys shoot-
point.
You guys shooting the shot. You're right.
You miss
That's why
100%
Typo had
of
to
shots
move.
you don't take.
Couldn't be that close to a school.
Yeah, dude. I got to be far from schools, dude.
Look
But,
at him. Look at him right now. Look at it. Look at his little fucking picture right now, dude. Doesn't that look like a pedo, bro? Look at that shit.
Whatever, dude.
I'll be honest. When Morty sounds spot on. When Rick speaks, it's pretty good. When he yells, you could tell there's a slight off to it.
Yeah.
There's a
Dude,
slight off to
on
it, yeah.
Solar Opposites, they gave the guy a completely different voice,
Yeah,
and I
they-
loved that show. But now I'm like not gonna like. It's
Same.
so jarring
I
to listen
wouldn't
to.
watch it. Yeah, I wouldn't watch it anymore. Okay, so this is it. Hold on.
Interesting.
All right, this is it.
Nice.
Hey, look, Morty, I'm a leg, Morty. Any problem?
Pause. You guys can tell that sounds weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded weird.
But now he's gonna
Yeah,
speak.
super weird.
Now he's gonna speak, and you're gonna be like, "That sounds pretty good." Ready?
Progress? I found the version of me that killed my wife. You just missed it. Yeah. Hold on.
That sounds.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty
I
spot on.
could tell, but only because I was looking for it. I don't think I'd be able to tell otherwise.
But you could tell when he yells. It sounds not all there.
No, it's off when he
So,
yells.
you've
It's
been
off when he
drinking?
yells.
Let's find out. I'm telling you, man, you're making a big mistake here. Who's ready for Rick's
Oh, that's gonna get us
spaghetti?
copyright
I said I
strike.
was sorry.
No, you
I
didn't.
said it quietly. Shut up. Dad, you had a job interview, right? Whose car is this? Whose sun visor is this? What's a sun? A rake situation. Rick! What do you say, Rick? To fly through space, come upon something, maybe I have a moral objection. Rick and Morty, we're back,
I love
baby.
this show.
Hey, look, Morty, I'm a leg.
Dope. I'm excited still. I don't care. I'm excited.
Never
I mean,
watched Rick and Morty.
It's very funny. The fans
Kyle,
ruin that.
you are one of the weirdest people I have ever met. You don't play sports. You don't like Rick and
Sports.
Morty.
I love s'mores, but I do not.
He's a boomer guitarist. That's his whole personality, which is fine. We love him for that.
Are you just Phil that remains? Is that what you are? You just is that?
I
who you are?
wish. No, well, you know what? Him and I have about the same hair, but I think I'm about half a foot taller than him.
Yeah, Phil Short.
Is he short?
Yeah.
Well, can't listen to that band anymore.
Lost all respect.
I think Sam's.
What a fucking pussy.
I think Sam's the tallest out of all of us.
Really?
I think he's like
No.
6'2", right?
I'm 6'1".
Yeah, he's an inch taller than me. I'm 6
Okay.
foot.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
we're
Okay, yeah, I think I'm-
us
I
three
think
are
I'm
probably
right
about
on
the
that.
same height. Like
Yeah.
I'm 6'1".
Iggy's like real short
Oh,
though,
I thought you were my height, Luke. I thought.
and that's the other Sam.
Who the
Nobody
fuck-
wants to see you flex, faggot.
You're
Is
so-
that-
No one wants to see you flex.
Yo, did you adopt a cancer kit? That's very nice. I'm proud of you.
Adam says it's very nice of me to adopt a cancer kid, and I agree with him.
He's
You
doing
gotta
something
make
for
a wish kid for the night.
Adam,
If
that's
I
it's
was
funny
a
you say
Make-A-Wish
cancer this
kid-
time because that's AIDS, Sam.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yep.
If I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
Make a
yeah.
Wish kid and Sam walked in, dude, I'd be so fucking pissed, dude.
Oh, dude, seriously, could you imagine? I'd be like, "Are you
Oh my
fucking?"
God.
We get ripped
Like,
off.
dude,
Jimmy
just hurry up
Buffett?
and die already, bro.
Jesus.
where are you guys walking to?
We're just walking around Gulf Shores. Yeah, I was gonna do this on the beach, and then my audio setup didn't work, and now I got the wireless headphones, and now my phone's about to die, and I'll do better next time, just like last week.
Well, that's 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, no, last week wasn't me failing at actually being on the show. I mean, even tonight I'm on the show. Last week was just nonsense. I don't even know what happened last week because I spent so much time changing sweatshirts and shit. I don't know.
Whispering in your friend's ears.
So loud.
That was one time.
like, hey,
Carlos,
say
I
this.
I was drunk. I'm sorry. I thought I was switching off the mics, and I'm just not good at the tech stuff. I got ADHD, and you're discriminating against me, which means I'm gonna sue you.
Good, sue me. I don't have anything.
I won't because I don't know how.
Yeah, I heard some like the new YouTubers like that, Mr. Beast and all that, Logan Paul and all them. I heard their content described as like 13-year-old ADD or ADHD content, and I was like, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's all that
Pretty
is.
good. I do enjoy Mr. Beast videos, though. To be
I like him.
honest.
I like
No.
him.
It's hard.
Yeah,
I like Mr. Beast. He's not the same as Logan Paul, especially because Mr. Beast does so much good stuff. Even though he like is so algorithm oriented, he still makes good content. It's just 3 to 5 second flips. It's nothing long form. I don't know. It's weird. I watch every one of his videos.
He figured out the thumbnails that like closed mouth thumbnails do better now than like shock face thumbnails. Like he did like video test and like did put both thumbnails out there and was like ran a whole thing, and the one with it's like he's like super into to figuring out the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm watching the Eagles Bucks game.
He gets
fuck the Eagles, you know.
No, fuck you. But he spends 6 figures on every single one of his thumbnails. I mean, he really, really gets it, and he hires people that get it. I mean, he is a really good businessman to study. I watch every one of his videos, not only because I enjoy them, but because I really I study what he does.
If you spend
once or twice,
if you spend $100,000 on thumbnails, it doesn't sound like you're doing good business. Maybe I'm wrong, but
no, because he
makes millions and millions and millions of dollars, like tens of millions of dollars a video.
It's like you spending $100 to be like, hey, can you come and listen to my guitar for a second? Like, like some other producer. It's like it's like the equivalent of you doing that. It's like that money to him is nothing. It's like
yeah. See, for me, I'd be like, nah, bro. That's
I mean, dude,
I'm
he's
so-
got his chocolate bars in Walmart. Like he's a big deal, even beyond YouTube. Like
his chocolate is good.
he bought an island.
no, chocolate's good. He's bought multiple islands. Multiple islands. He's bought hundreds of cars and given them away. He's given away millions and millions of dollars. It's hard to not like the guy.
I'm gonna pitch him. I'm gonna try to pitch him Animal Fight League idea, Animal Fight Island idea, because he has so many islands to spare. Give me one to fight animals on, not me fight animals on. They're gonna fight each other. I'm not crazy.
What
you know.
I had something, I completely lost it.
Oh man, here we go.
Should we wait?
Is he about to like fight a homeless person?
I don't know.
Like he was doing like
I was hoping he was gonna
vlogger.
do something.
He was doing like vlogger.
The vlogger view.
The vlogger view point of view. The high.
Mhm.
Usually after
Yeah,
that,
see.
some guy just robs them. So I hope you get robbed.
Yeah, so I'm out here at Gulf Shores with my $300 cell phone. If I get robbed, you're kind of dumb because I don't have that much shit. You probably rob anyone else. But yeah, no one's here robbing anybody. Look, there's no one here.
No, there's
We're
no
just
one
out
there.
here.
Where's
It's off
Gulf
season.
Shores?
Yeah, I don't know
Alabama.
about short.
Okay.
The Gulf.
We're
Uh,
on the border of the Texas Panhandle. We're gonna be in the Panhandle interviewing parrot heads and shit.
is that where
Florida
Buffett is
Panhandle.
from? Is that like his big? Where's his biggest demographic?
Buffett is from Mississippi, but his biggest demographic
Still on
is in
Jimmy
Florida.
Buffett?
Oh yeah, I'm doing a documentary on Jimmy Buffett, like as we speak. Like that's why I'm in Alabama Shores right now. I was in Tulsa interviewing parrot
You're
heads.
dead serious.
Oh no, I'm serious. I'm 100% serious. That's what we're doing.
Dude, Sam and I have an idea for this, or we should do it for this show. The go down to the we should do it for the show. We have an idea. We want to. You guys know like those backyard fight leagues, not wrestling leagues, like those backyard like MMA like boxing leagues where they're like it's like neighborhood beefs and shit.
Yeah.
Like Ray Ray's been fucking my sister. Fuck Ray, I want to fight him, and Ray agrees to fight him, and they do. Sam and I want to go down there and like interview and like do like a whole like man on the scene type thing.
That'd
for
be
one
hilarious.
of those.
Yeah.
Especially because I used to fight for real. So I actually have some sort of, at least insight of fighting, and it would be funny because I'm funny. So we could do like a whole like on the street, like interview people, and like, it'd be a funny thing to do for the podcast, I think.
Yeah, I think we need to do like, we can talk about it more later, but I mean, I think it's really cool, but I think we should do a different organization than that one. That one's got a bunch of stuff on it where I think it would be difficult to like actually get into it.
Oh yeah, but we should do like a fighting thing is my point. Like some sort of like fighting thing.
Yeah, I love
like,
fucking
not necessarily
fighting.
that
100% we should.
We gotta do some sort of MMA thing. It'd be so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Let's go down for like a weekend and be like, what are you fucking drug addicts doing? You guys
I fucking love fighting too. I fucking love it. It's so much fun. Bellator card last week was fucking amazing.
Dude, people sleep on Bellator.
Dude, yeah, and the Bellator card was just fucking great. And then the UFC card was decent. Sucked. The main event sucked, but I love when you get a little. They used to do behind. What I miss about UFC was they used to do behind the scenes of all their shows, and they don't do it as much. So sometimes you just get like the fighters behind the scenes. And Fazayev, I don't know if you saw this, but he posted Rafael Fazayev. He posted a video of him in the hospital because he fucked up his knee, and it was him. And then in the hospital, like they're in the hallway of the hospital, it was him, and he's talking on his cell phone, and then he flips the camera, and it's fucking Bryce Mitchell, who got his eye fucked up during his fight, but that was a close fight. And then right behind him is Michelle Watterson, the karate hottie. And she's all fucked up in her and they're just in the hallway on the hospital beds. And I was funny. Like, that's the shit I missed about UFC. I love the behind the scenes shit.
I always think like when athletes have to go to like hospitals like right from a game or something like that, like in football, like when Nick Chubb blew his knee out, he had to go to like the local area hospital. You think some doctors like, who we got here? Nick Chubb, like, oh, you're on my fantasy team. Why are you here,
dude? Oh my god!
Why aren't you on the field winning me money?
What happened?
Fuck! I'm not fixing you, you piece of shit. You just lost me $1,000. Figure it out,
dude. Can you believe what the report is? He's only torn his MCL.
Yeah, Kyle, did you see that injury? This might have been. You might have just saw this in passing, like on Twitter.
What was that? The dude who's
the
like
knee?
his
knee. That one. Yeah.
So that's the second time it's happened to him. The first time happened to him in college, and it was almost the exact same type of play. His knee got stuck down, and then he got hit on the top, and his knee was, and his bottom of his leg was stuck. And he came back from it, and his arguably one of the best running backs in the NFL the last fucking 6-7 years, 8 years
easily.
Almost.
Yeah. Easily.
And,
that was gross.
And so it's just like, you think God's like, hey, we got to nerf this motherfucker. Like, he's too fucking good.
Yeah, hold on. We got to add in this little update.
Dude, I like how he pretty much blew out his whole knee and he'll come back. In like the 80s, he might as well retire.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Friday Night Lights, one of my favorite football movies of all time. Booby Miles. Ruby Miles, like he was like, big touted running back coming out of high school, supposed to be like next shit and going into college, blows out his knee, has to he just tore his ACL. That's what it was. It's a blown ACL. That's a common injury now. The guy's come back in a year. This guy's fucking career ended in the 80s because he blew his ACL out.
Aaron Rodgers might come back from a blown out ACL or not ACL, Achilles. Blown out fucking Achilles by the end of the season.
That's nuts.
Insane.
Dude, when he tore his ACL years ago, he said he got a cadaver ACL put in, and he logged a faster time running with a dead body part than with his original ACL. Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said when he did his new ACL years ago. Yeah.
That's wild. Well, I mean, was it hard to beat in the first place?
I guess that's true, but still, I get your own time. I guess if you're slow and you still were quicker, I guess so.
Yeah.
Still impressive.
They just put a black Achilles in there or black ACL in there.
Hey, some sprinter from fucking shot.
You think you pay extra for that? You think you can pay extra? You're like, hey, this guy used to run the 4x4, and in college he was a collegiate athlete. He died in
it's like, wait, how did he die? It's like overdose. All right, give me his name. Give me his fucking name.
He died from the vid. You know, and he is. It might have been, you know, something else, complications. I don't know. He died. But do you want this one? It's a couple 100,000 extra.
Yeah, slightly used, but you'll shave like 2 seconds before your time. It's like, all right, what are we talking about here?
Typo, where'd you go? What happened? What happened in your town?
I had to take a poop.
That was pretty
It was fast.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, dude. I had to go for like 15 minutes, but I was like, I think I can make it through the podcast. And then it was just like, nope, gotta go.
No wonder he was so quiet. He was puckering the whole time. He's like, ugh.
I've been holding a poop in myself this whole time from protein. These protein shakes are killing me, dude. I don't know. I can't not. I do. If I drink a protein shake or even drink like an energy drink, I'm pissing and shitting immediately. It's like,
you know what? I can't.
That's how I am with black coffee in the morning. Like it's like I drink coffee in the morning. It's the same time every day at work that I have to go to the bathroom. And it's so funny too because we have like allotted breaks. It's never during break or never during lunch. It's like when we're supposed to be working, and I'm like, oh, 9:30, gotta go, guys.
Yeah, for me, it's usually about 7:45 to 8:15. I always call them like my showroom shits because there's nobody in the showroom and like it's all dark out there. So I turn on the lights and the bathroom's quiet. I'm away from everybody and like I can just sit there and shit in peace and don't have to worry about anybody coming in and fucking with me.
Dude, not shitting at home. Sometimes I'm like, I'd rather die. I'd rather die than shit in a foreign bathroom.
It sucks.
I don't know, man. Well, I don't know. Since I always had to poop in the morning, I'm always at work in the morning. I'm used to pooping now. It's not my.
I had a coworker that used to joke, or we all used to joke that all he ever did was shit at work, and like he would never use his toilets at his house. So you know, he should start paying the water bill because literally all he would do is shit at work.
If I'm at a show and I have to poop, I'm like, good, guess I'm shitting in 3 hours when I get home. Like I just won't. I can't. I just like I have
to drive.
Experimented with that once, and it didn't end well for me.
I drive for work, so I'm really good at holding everything. Like I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. And then it goes away eventually. Like the feeling goes away, and I'm like, all right, cool.
But then it comes back way worse.
It comes back hard.
Really good.
Always. Well, yeah. And then, dude, there's some people like I drive a lot for work. There's some people they won't let you use their bathroom. I'm doing their fucking fire alarms and sprinklers, and they're like, "Oh, it's for customers only." I'm like, "You're a fucking bitch." You know that? Like, you failed, dude. I'm sending this to the fucking fire department, bro. I don't know what you failed on, but you failed on something.
I know whose 911 call is getting fucking ignored. Oh, that was a motherfucker that wouldn't let me take a fucking dump there. Right? Click.
Oh, you're burning? Well, I had a shit. So they were both having things that suck.
My ass is burning. Now your house is burning. Who won?
Yeah, all these. It'd be so easy. I'm colorblind. This black and red wire aren't supposed to mix. Oops. Like, burn your whole fucking panel off. Yeah. Like, fuck you.
The alarm doesn't even go off.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Like Luke just approved us last week.
I'll be like, no, I failed it. I said it was broken. Sorry. Fucking dicks, dude. I don't understand people. Do you guys notice more assholes before the vid or after the vid?
After. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
After.
It's gotten worse.
Yeah.
It took me a second, but you know what was kind of nice for my job is that especially for like 2020 and 2021, we were allowed to say like we don't want to test drive with customers, and like I was never scared of COVID. You could look back on my fucking Facebook and see. I think I posted this status in like March of 2020. I want to say it was March 5th. I said I'm not scared of the coronavirus. So I didn't give a shit.
I think all of us in this podcast are, with you,
right there with you.
Well, yeah,
preaching to the choir with us
in March. In March, not everybody was saying this shit in March.
I was. Dude, day one, I was like, this is bullshit we're talking about. Day one.
We were allowed to tell customers, like, no, we don't want to ride in your car with you because of the COVID. So, it was kind of
I'm not against using it as an excuse to get out of things. I'm all for that. I'm all for that to this day.
I totally did that for my job.
Yeah. But I'll still do that. People are like, you don't even like give a shit. I'm like, I know, but COVID. With my wedding, I know, but COVID. It's like...
Your father died. I know. I can't make it. It's COVID.
Oh my God, the beach party. Like COVID. Yeah.
Adam, what was the last real job you held?
Cop.
Really?
How long ago was that?
Didn't do anything after that?
It was No, about 20. I was done at 25, and I picked up comedy full time at 26.
That's dope.
Damn.
That's dope.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Fucking
it was over
psycho.
10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking No, I'm crazy, but like it's fucking. It is weird because people like bitch to me. Like I remember what it's like to have a real job. Like of course, like I hated it, but people would be like, "I have to get up for work." I'm like, sucks. I'm like, yeah.
You're
I
such a fucking cunt, dude.
No, like I try
You're
to
such a
sympathize. Like I
cunt.
try to sympathize. Because I don't.
Oh,
No, I don't do it like
That's
mockingly bad. I just try to like. Yeah, I came up cunty. You're right. I wasn't trying. That's not how I intended it. I just meant to be like I try to like sympathize because I want to. I feel bad. That's because it does suck. It truly does suck. And like I feel, but people bitch at me. I'm like I don't really know. I work 2 hours a week. I don't really.
I can't relate. Not anymore.
Like, I don't really know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Like,
That's fucking funny. God, dude,
Yeah.
that was so fucking funny. Oh, I feel that though. Like I'm in a weird spot right now at my job where like don't have a lot of work. It's like super weird. Office is running weird, and like I bitch about it all the time. And I'm like, but I'm still getting currently I'm still getting paid my 40 hours a week, but I'm not fucking working 40 hours. Like I'm not actually working 40 hours a week. And so do you ever have that? It's like the like a post nut clarity where you're like, God damn, I gotta stop bitching. Like I'm bitching about this shit all the time, but I'm really not doing anything. So why am I bitching? And it's like, well, it should be better. Like, the situation should be better. And you're just like, fuck, man. Like, what? Why? I'm talking a lot about it. I gotta chill out.
Sometimes I felt like that in the Marine Corps though.
Yeah.
It was like, because at half the time I would hate my life, but then I'd be like, I'm sitting on a beach in Okinawa, Japan, like here for free, get food for free. I get paid every 2 weeks, no matter what.
yeah, it's not like you're fighting the Japanese.
Yeah, it's like I'm in an island hopping campaign.
Yeah.
I'm just like chilling, like hanging out with their chicks. Like it's pretty cool, dude. And then I don't know. Yeah, so sometimes I'd make myself feel like a little bitch because I'm like, God, I'm always complaining about this shit to my parents, and my dad's like, shut up. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Do what I did when I was in. I'm like, all right.
He was in fucking Panama and shit.
Fighting drug lords. That's probably fun though. That's probably had a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest.
As much as hate the military industrial, we all do. We're all on the same boat. But sometimes I'm like, that shit must be fucking cool just to go in and fuck shit up and leave and have zero remorse. That does look cool. That does look kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Take away all my Liberty stuff. That does look pretty fun.
I mean, the combat movies make it look pretty sick. So it's like, do you actually when you shoot people? Is it actually like that? Like, fuck, man, that looks fun.
Yeah,
it's pretty weird because the culture in it is like that. Like the culture's like, did you just kill it? Did you shoot him in the face? And you're like, yeah, dude. That people love that shit, dude.
Yeah, but again, dude, I equate that to I feel like you have to because you're in a psychotic role. Your role is you might have to kill mass amount of other human beings. Sorry.
And continue to
that's
do so.
What I'm saying, right?
And be okay.
Right. So it's the same type of psychotic you need that Tom Brady and Michael Jordan have to be that good at the sport, where they're not out there killing people, but in other words, it's like Bill Burr's
that in real life though.
100%. I can't either. I definitely can't. But it's the same type of thing where it's like you have to be a level of crazy to accomplish that goal. When you hear Tom Brady talk about being Tom Brady and his level of it's like, oh, you're crazy, dude. Jordan, same thing. Jordan's like, I made shit up to motivate myself. It's like, oh, that's how I can't do that. If I know it's not real, how the fuck I'm like, oh, I'm not really mad about it, because I'm making this up. But he was like, no, this is real. It's like, but it's not. And that's the type of crazy you need,
dude. It fucks me up in the business sense because I have that mentality where I'm like, I do really well. I don't know about y'all, but I do really well when I'm like the thing that motivates me is like spite and anger towards things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like that's what Michael Jordan did too. He got really good when he fucking made something up about somebody that they said about him, and he was like, "I'm gonna fucking drop 55 on you tonight." Like it's nothing.
You hear what Tom Brady said about like Peyton Manning? He did in his interview, and like he's right. He's like I love Peyton. He's like truly. He's like I love him to death. He's like we're friends. We're really, really good friends. He's like he's like when we were playing. He's like I maybe had dinner with him twice. He's like, actually, I don't love the guy. He's like, I love the guy. He's like, I respect everything about him. He's like, that's my competition. He's like, I want him to lose all the time. He's like, I don't want to fucking be your friend. And I'm like, yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
But
exactly
they can do that. They can do that in their sports, but like I can't do that at my fire alarm and sprinkler.
You do it the customer.
Well, like not the customer, but like I wish like you get told your whole life that the business world's like super cutthroat and shit like that,
Yeah.
But then I joined a fucking trade, and it's like most of these guys are all in the same fucking situation I am. A lot of them are a lot lazier than I am. So it's like, what am I gonna fucking? I can't walk around and be like, "Hey, piggy, like I'm fucking you up on the numbers this month," like like I can't do that shit.
I know.
Just
Yeah,
to, like,
I mean,
pump up my own numbers. So you got to like find your own motivation somewhere, and it just doesn't correlate because my old motivation was like, yeah, I'm getting ready to possibly go to fucking war and kill some motherfuckers, and now I'm like. Thank you, sir. I hope you stay with our business. It was a pleasure serving you. And your fire alarm and sprinklers are doing really well, dude. The transition is rough, boy.
We're all just a bunch of fucking bitches, really. When it like we all think we are who we are. We're not. We're just not. Like I'll watch like pump up videos and then go tell comedy. Like it's like
watching like David Goggins like
what am I doing?
Naked souls. Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yeah, exactly. I want like the Jocko Willink like good video. I'm like, so I'm sad today. It's like, shut up.
Tell jokes about dicks or something.
Yeah,
like
shut up.
Them now too. That's the problem. Is that's them now too. Like David Goggins gives these fucking crazy speeches, and he's on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
He's not fighting in a fucking war anymore. But like that's why. Like I think that's where like when I think about it, that's where the disconnect is. Because I'm like, I used to do this shit. Like I used to like, I'm going to go murder people, and now I'm like, I'm not allowed to even say that in my workplace. Like,
yeah. No, for sure.
They fucking neutered me, bro. It pisses me off.
I hand out work whenever the one other lead tech isn't there. So yeah, I definitely kind of get what you guys are saying because like I'll go hand work to somebody and it's like they're not like my competition, but it's like how am I supposed to stay motivated? Like I want these guys to do well because I'm working with them and I'm the only guy in the shop right now who gets paid off of what they turn in and actually do. Yeah. So like I don't know, I and I like these guys.
I always just cause conflict with my boss. Like I'm just like, oh, I fucking hate him, and it's like for no reason for the most part. Like I'm just like, fuck that guy. Like he's pushing me down, and I'm like, I'm gonna succeed over him, and he's just a fucking fat piece of shit.
Fucking commies. No, my boss told a joke the one day. I think we were both like at the urinal, and he said he made a joke or something, and it didn't land at all, and I didn't want it to be awkward, so I just kind of had to like, just kind of laugh.
Yeah, you fake laugh. Yeah, that's like animalistic instinct almost. This is like survival over your job. It's like I like this job, right, dude? You're the funniest guy ever, and who gives a shit?
Like, your dick looked really good there too. I promise.
nice veinage.
Oh, you're leaning to the right today? He was like, it's actually the left. That's what I meant. I just didn't know my right from left. My bad, dude.
I was a little focused.
Dude, it's just so fucking funny how that shit works out. I was thinking about that the other day where it's like, damn, what do I, because like, it's like, what do you get your girlfriend, you get your wife, you get your fiance, you get whatever, and you get a fucking dog. you work a 9 to 5 like or you do comedy or some shit like that. You're like,
it's just a dog that you like chills in your house and you feed it sometimes and it does like one cool trick. Sometimes. It doesn't even help you survive, like it's more useless than you are, so it makes you feel better. Like I actually do sugar around here,
I kind of like watch my pit bull struggle to get on top of a couch, and it's like you're supposed to like be out there killing people and mauling toddlers, but like you can't even climb on top of a fucking couch. Like what the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, it is true because you do like I look at my dog again, and I'm like you came from a wolf. You're a fucking bitch. Like, you don't even
that
bark.
dog. You say that to your dog, and he's like, "Do you know where you came from?"
Yeah,
Look
I'm like,
at you,
fair, touche.
motherfucker.
Yeah. I need a white noise machine to sleep. You're right. You're right. I am a bitch.
I need a box fan and I can't sleep.
I listen to David Goggins to get up in the morning. He's like, "You fucking faggot!" Like, you listen to another man to motivate yourself to do nothing all day.
Yeah. To
To
go to
be
your
honest with you,
9 to 5. Congrats,
That is
dude.
why
You're
I really don't
hardcore.
listen to those guys. Truly.
I can't listen.
I
to
go, I'm
Yeah,
a fucking
I can't
man.
take
I don't fucking need another man's advice. Fuck off. I don't need to be told what to do. Fucking fuck you, dude.
textbook toxic masculinity right there. Adam.
100%. But I that's all I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what has made the world go round forever.
That's all I know.
Like,
I mean, I grew.
you think
again,
David Goggins is listening to he's listening to a pump up from Jocko?
No.
Like, hell no, dude.
No,
He
I mean,
beats to the-
truthfully,
beat up
it's
his own
funny
drum.
to make fun of him and say it as a bit, but like the truth of the matter is, it's like I don't listen to Jordan Peterson, I don't listen to Goggins, I don't listen to Willing, I don't listen to any of these guys because I go, dude, I'm a fucking grown man. I'm 36. If I needed a grown man to tell me what motivates me, then I have other fucking issues, dude. That's it's like I know what I need to get done. I think that's good for young men. Like 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds and 21-year-olds and 18 because you're still fucking retarded.
Yeah.
When you're like 18 and 19, 20,
yeah.
20.
Yeah,
It's like I think you need a more established guy, like an in shape dude who's a comic book. Like, hey man, stop being fucking stupid. Like that I do. But like if you're 30, you're like David Goggins' book. You're a fucking fag, dude. Shut up. Don't fucking
Yeah,
come to me.
I think
Shit. I'll fight you.
I
I'll
think-
beat you up, pussy.
I think it's also like a reflection of like fatherlessness in America. Like a lot of people just don't have
Yeah.
fathers, so they never had like some dude be like, "Hey, clean up your room," and you're like,
Right.
"What? I've never heard this." Before.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Dude, I love that. There's like this could be a bit, Adam, for you, because there's the whole thing that Jordan Peterson appeals to young white males, and like that's the whole thing. Everybody always says it, repeats it, blah 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 blah. But it's like whenever have you ever talked to black kids and they talk about their white friends or the videos of it's like when you go over to your white friend's house for the first time and their mom tells them to clean their room and they're like, "Fuck off, Becky!"
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Dude, you can make that into a bit so easy with the Jordan Peterson crowd because that's who they were. That's
Yeah,
who
really
they
were.
that's who they were.
Yeah.
And now they're like, "Oh, this man is telling me that I should clean my room." And now they're like, "I clean my room every day and I make my bed in the morning and I take the trash out on my way to work." And it's like, "Oh,
You're like, yeah, so do I. I'm
did
36.
all you did all the things that you yelled at your mom and told you fuck off,
Right.
Becky, at fucking 12."
Also,
well-
I'm a big believer in fucking getting a fucking beating.
I
Not
do.
by your parents necessarily. Not by your parents. I don't mean by your
No,
parents.
just-
I don't mean by your parents. I mean like by outside men. Like outside
Yeah.
men need to fuck you up. That's what I meant. I don't think. Like
You
I don't
need to
think.
get your ass beat once.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, yeah. So, like, to Typo's point a little bit, I've never been in a physical fight in my life, and
That's
I don't
insane,
plan
dude.
to.
How have you never gone to a fight?
Because I'm not. Because
Dude,
I don't fuck with
we need to
people. I don't know
snap
what
No,
other
but even as a
motherfuckers
kid,
know.
as a kid,
Like we'd shove each other around and punch each other, but like never like a full.
that's a fight, Kyle.
You
Yeah,
stand each
no,
other
I'm not
once,
talking.
you know?
Yeah, well, I'm talking like when you're in middle. Like me and my friends used to wrestle around and shit. But like, when when I
Never.
worked at the first dealership I worked for, I was making minimum wage to fucking fix cars, and they treated me so fucking horribly. But I look back at that now, I'm like, oh, that was good. Like that was actually good for me. But yeah, like I don't think people get a lot of that, like, because that's how like all of us communicate. The way we talk to each other, talk shit, and then if we saw each other in person, we'd fuck with each other the entire time. That's like how guys talk. But now, I don't think a lot of guys do that, because what are they doing? They're on their phone, on Twitter, on Facebook, on something like that, just terminally online and stated at all times, rather than communicating with people and getting their balls busted.
No, dude, growing up in Staten Island, Italian, with the Italian friends and family, playing football, dude, it's all I know is being like, you're gay, you're useless, you're worthless, be better. Fuck it. It's like, okay. Like, that's all I know. Like, and that made me be so much, that made me be good at football. It made me be fucking, because I was like, oh, I got to be better than you. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I just got to be better than you. And it's like, it's dry, but like, you're right, dude. That's why it's good to see like younger, even like 21-year-olds who are like, they'll say fag and shit. You're like, all right, yes, it still exists out there. Like,
it's still alive. It's still alive.
It's still alive, because I have his buddy. His name's Roman, and he works at the gym I go to, and he's like 21, but he's like 6'3", 250, like a big dude. But he's like us. Like he just said, I'm like, oh, dude, so that does exist still in your world. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's just like, you got to be careful who you say it around because, like, unfortunately, like most of my generation sucks. I was like, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how. I mean, shit. Our generation, the same way. Like, fuck. There's like my parents. My parents are like the. My parents are young. No, so my parents are young. They're Gen X. Yeah. So they're like. My mom's 16 years older than me, so she's gonna be 46.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow,
47.
Oh, she had you young.
Yeah. So she had me young. Yeah.
Well, you said 16 years old, obviously.
I'm one of the people that we were talking about. My mom beat the shit out of me though if I talk back to her. So I got raised like a black kid.
Yeah. Okay. So do you chew with your mouth open? I like that. Do you chew with your mouth open?
Yeah, and you didn't have a dad either.
No.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Look who it is.
Who all gay in here? Everybody gay.
Everybody gay.
Yeah, so like no, I don't chew with my mouth open. Like I was doing my laundry from a young age, like cooking my own dinners. Like so that's how I grew up. And I get my ass beat. And like I get in fights at school too and shit like that. Like that's the way I think that was a good way to grow up too, especially in the situation that I was in. Like that's the only way. You can't just let them go around and do whatever the fuck you want. My mom kept me in sports from 5 a.m. in the morning till 8 p.m. at night, and I was in advanced classes all the way through school. So I was dead tired. Didn't have enough time to go do other shit.
Apparently.
Yeah, dude. I fucking did all of it.
Here we go. Base.
Base Andy. Yeah, no, dude, same way. Like, I just think too, it's like, dude, I love video games. I still play video games. I don't play video games into this, but like, I played football and did sports all day. Then nighttime was video game time. Like that's what we did. Like these kids now, it's just video games all day. It's like, dude, you guys can do both. I don't understand.
And you should do both. Tablet. It's good for you. Like you can, if you get everything in moderation. That was like one of my mom's biggest things. It's like everything in moderation. You can't do this too much.
No.
Yeah. Well, moderation. There's that one guy on Joe Rogan that says
try it in moderation. Well, at the podcast, we'll start trying heroin in moderation, and we'll see how we do in a month. Okay.
I mean, Sam's constantly on PCP, and he's
three of us
doing
are
all right.
in like a month.
I will
next week. We're just like
immediately. I'll tell you why. When I had to get my gallbladder emergency removed from my body, I was in
vagina.
Yeah, fine. Call it what it is. It's fine. But they gave me Dilaudid, which is like a super high, like it's kind of like a morphine type thing. And it's like a super high painkiller. And because I was like kicking the wall in pain. That's how bad. That's how much I was in pain. Like I was like worst pain, one of the worst pains in my life. And they're like, we're gonna give you Dilaudid. Your chest is gonna burn for like 20 seconds, and then you're just not gonna feel anything. I was like, you could put horse cum in my mouth if it makes my pain go away. I don't give a fuck what you do. And then they put it in my veins, and I was like, ow, it burns like your chest. And you're like, ah. And then you're like, oh, I'll die right now. That's great. I could die. Like you don't care about anything. Like completely releasing of like emotion, like fear. Like it's wild what that drug can do.
That's
so
wild.
If heroin does a quarter of that, I understand heroin is my point. Like I understand. Like if they could get me to a quarter of where I was for Dilaudid.
I don't know anything about drugs, but is it like fentanyl? Is that basically some level of fentanyl they gave you?
I think fentanyl is like a tranquilizer. I think Dilaudid's like
it's like a muscle relaxer.
Yeah, Dilaudid's like just stops your pain. I mean, fentanyl does too, but I think it also makes you go to sleep.
See, I was like 10 or 11, and I went up to I'd go up to my dad's when I was younger, and I had family, or I have half brothers and sisters out there, but we made candles. I made candles with my stepmom one time. It was like an arts and crafts day, basically. I was like 9 or 10. We were making candles, so we're fucking putting candle wax, putting scents in them, and then pouring them into molds and putting the wicks in and all that fun shit. So I'm going and I'm fucking carrying this hot candle wax, and some of it gets on my hand, and I'm like, all right, I just got to get it to the counter, and I drop it before it gets there. Hits the counter, bounces back on me, 2nd and 3rd degree burns on my chest and all across my arm. Like real fucking, and it's candle wax, so it immediately hardens because it cools off. So now I have candle wax dripping off my fucking arm, dripping off my chest, and it's pulling the skin with it. Anyways, all this to say, there's second and third degree burns on my arm, so it's bubbling and shit like that. I'm like 9 or 10 years old. They give me fucking oxycodone. Woo-hoo, boy. I had oxycodone for like 2 weeks, and I was in a different planet that summer.
Do you even remember those 2 weeks? Yeah.
I was gonna say I can't even tell you that I remember those 2 weeks. I just remember like fucking flying. I remember getting on my bike like a week later, just high as shit on oxycodone, and riding around with this fucking arm cast and fucking chest cast because they had it all casted because it bubbled up in the cast and they don't want that shit to get infected. So I have this fucking arm cast and I'm just flying around the neighborhood on oxycodone, dude. At like 9 or 10 years old, I was fucking
awesome.
Going to town.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That was good times. Good times. I'd be a fucking. I can't do like real hard. Like I feel like same thing with you, Adam. If I did heroin or PCP or some shit, I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing this every day. Like fuck you.
Yeah,
guys.
I kind of have a different personality, so it's like it's like
this is my new
100%.
personality.
Dude, I work out every day. I've eaten an ice cream sandwich every single night for like 3 weeks in a row. I can't not.
I'll have to send you the Remington James video of how to make high protein ice cream sandwiches. They're so good.
Dude, it's getting to the point I'm gonna have to. I'm eating too much. It's a problem.
Listen, I make protein ice cream and shit like that all the fucking
I need
time.
to because I'm wasting the gym. I'm getting, dude, from like my rib cage up, I'm getting jacked, and I just have a fucking porridge gut. I have zero definition.
That's
zero
all me,
definition
dude.
in my stomach,
I'm
dude.
straight. What do you guys weigh? What's your guys' height and weight, dude? What do you guys look like?
175.
So I'm
Shit, I'm bigger than you.
bulking right now, but yeah, I'm about 5'11", 213.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
5'8", 175.
5'8",
You
175.
Hell
I
yeah,
ain't bet,
brother.
dude. I ain't bet, dude. Fuck
Hell
you,
yeah,
man.
brother. I'm 6'1", 210.
You're
which-
fat. You're the fat one.
What are you talking about? He's 5'11", 213.
Listen, someone has to be fat here, okay? It's not gonna be
It's
me.
definitely not
It's
Sam.
not Sam looks like an anorexic
No, it's
fucking bitch.
Probably technically me because I have zero
Hold on,
definition of my
pull
stomach.
up Andy's comment. Get the kids
It's me.
knocked out on heroin.
It's
and
me.
old people get 5% of the national vote.
Hell yeah. No, it's definitely me. I need to get down. I want to be like 6'1", 200. 6'1", 200 and just shredded. Just fucking
See, you know
shredded.
what the problem
But
is?
it's hard to fucking get
I'm
there.
trying not to gain weight, but I'm still trying to build muscle, and I'm having a real hard time doing that.
So okay. So actually, if you listen to my one podcast I did with Bill Campbell, we talked about body recomp a lot. There's actually some certain supplements that you could actually take to kind of help you in that. But basically, what you'd want to do is just reduce your calories by a little bit, not enough to really kind of affect like your.
I don't eat that much though, Kyle. I eat like maybe
no
once or
ice
twice a
cream
day.
sandwiches.
Well,
No
hey,
Well,
look,
you
I'm not
probably-
willing to do that.
You're
my one
probably
hill.
eating more than you think if you're not fucking dice.
No, can I tell you what I normally eat for? I'll eat maybe like a chicken sandwich for dinner after the gym. Like that's it. With rice, like not like that, nothing crazy, dude. And like a protein bar, and like again the shakes I do, like the protein shake and scoop. But that's pretty much it a day, dude. I'm not eating that. I really don't eat that much. Oh, an ice cream sandwich because have to. But outside of
My
that,
big thing
that's
is
kind of
protein.
it.
I need more protein throughout the day. That's my biggest. So I've just gone to this point where I was like, I'm fucking done. I want to first get massively jacked because I've always been like the skinny kid, like I was in the Marine Corps, so you're fucking skinny. Even when I got in really good shape and I started putting on muscle mass, I was still leaner than shit. And now my body's finally filled out. I'm fucking 30 in a month. I turned 30 in a month. So, like I've grown into my body and I've gained a little weight. So I'm like, all right, now it's time to get fucking massively jacked because I don't want my 30s to be a fat fuck, like I don't want to be a fat fuck in my 30s. Fuck that shit. So it's like, I'm like, all right, I'm going on this fucking strict ass, not super strict diet, but calculating what my fucking caloric intake is or what it needs to be, what my BMR needs to be and everything like that, and actually following it because I want to be a fucking yoked ass 30-year-old. And there's probably a lot of dudes. The only reason why I brought it up was probably a lot of dudes, at least that listen to Typo and I, that are in the same age range or at least a little bit younger than us. We have some weird ass Zoomers on our fucking account. But they, it's like there's no time better than now. And if not now, then when? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, your 20s.
And we're gonna carry the fucking boats. We're gonna carry the fucking boats.
Dude,
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Luke, you said
The
it before,
logs.
we really are just a bunch of toxic masculine dudes because like that's all
I
we
love
know.
it.
Because the first time everybody got defensive in the shows when I called everybody fat. I'm like, I'm not fucking- I've called everybody gay, faggots, losers, queers. That
Hell
was
no.
the first trigger for everybody to be like, I'll fight everybody.
Dude, I love it, and that's why it's gonna be.
hilarious.
This is gonna be a good ass show, dude. Like, at least we're bringing it back where it's like this is the acceptable opinion. This has to be
6
acceptable
months
opinion.
later, I get abs just because you said that to me.
That's what I'm
Adam.
saying.
Fuck
This
you,
is
dude.
yeah, like I'm fucking jacked now. I also grew somehow. I'm like 7 feet now. I built myself to grow out of anger.
This is peak male mentality right here, dude.
Yeah.
I say we wrap it up, boys. That was a
Yeah, it's been an
Yeah,
hour.
It's been an
an
hour.
hour.
Fuck yeah. Well,
Yeah. Oh, I
That
got
was-
this. Is actually I do have. Stuff to plug. This is live. October 11th, live Cult of Us podcast in fucking Philly, in Center City, Jester's Castle, coming out. Free show. It's free. Coming out. It's a 9 p.m. show. It's fucking like Tuesday, Wednesday night, October 11th. So coming out, live podcast, and then a live show. Jester's Castle, October 21st. So coming out to that, it's gonna be fucking good. That's gonna take it an event. But the podcast is free. October 11th, Cult of Us. Go to it.
dope. Fuck
Cool,
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome,
awesome. Well, y'all know where you can find me. Keep it real, Luke, on everything. You can find the podcast at Biting the Bullet Podcast on basically everything. If you type in Biting the Bullet Podcast, we pop up, which is fucking dope.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because Biting the
Even
Bullet
on
is,
Google.
even on Google, because Biting the Bullet is like such a
Right,
well-known
yeah.
like phrase that it's awesome that we pop up. So you can find us on anywhere on that.
You can find me at Komatovic on Twitter. I'm most active there. Common Crown's got a couple shows coming up. We have one coming up this weekend at Slam and Sam's in Johnstown, Saturday, October 14th at the Serious Shriners in Cheswick, and Saturday, October 28th at Woodpeckers in New Ken. And I got 2 podcasts coming out this week within Liberty and Health. I think they're going to be good ones. And then one with Cognitive Vigilance on Thursday night. And that is all I got going on.
Fuck yeah.
Boom. Hey Kyle, why don't you come to the eastern side of the state once, and I'll come support you. You know, just one time.
I would love to. We're petering out slowly but surely. Unfortunately,
Are you guys
I'm
on
doing everything I
Spotify?
can. Yes. If you look up a
Okay,
Common
cool.
Crown on Spotify, you'll find us.
Dope.
Because I want to go to your show and support you guys, but I'm not driving 6 hours. So
I get it, man. I get it. One day,
that's how
one day.
dumb Pennsylvania is. I live on the east
Yeah,
side. He lives on the west side. So it's like, well, that's like might as well not even be in the same state.
It's the Texas of the Northeast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, pretty
It is.
much.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is for people. Like, I live in Southern Illinois, and everyone just assumes I'm from, like, oh, what part of Chicago? I'm like 6 hours from Chicago, dude. I don't even know
Yeah.
Chicago very well
Yeah.
at all. Like, stop asking me about Chicago.
Yeah, so people are like, "Oh, I'll come see you sometime." I'm like, "No, you live in Pittsburgh, so no, you won't unless I'm
Yeah.
out there." But you know, that's great that you it's cool though.
Typo, do you ever have to tell people like there are no black people where I live? Lots of them there.
Well, we have a prison in my town, so we do have those.
We do have those.
That's the perfect joke to leave out on. All right, guys.
We out this bitch.
Peace.
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.